Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review and also a revisit. Now, well, I'll get to that part, but there's another movie review I want to revisit, which is today's is September 17th. So I wanted to revisit the film that came out in 2010, that date, and which is I've already reviewed though, but I said I'm revisiting it, and that is Alpha and Omega. And why? Because well, one of the main reasons because it was a film that I did in two parts back when I was like the 15 minute limit, I think it was, and I did in two parts, and I just didn't like how I have to redo everything for a second redo for entering a second part. So, but now I'm gonna be able to do it for a full length one for all in one part. So that's why. I think I was managed to redo on some of the other ones I did in two parts, or even if three. So, yeah, that's for other films. That's for some other time though. But I just wanted to review this one because, since it's September 17th and it came out in 2010, 6 years. Can't believe it's been 6 years ago. And also for this film, I did another anime film. But yeah. So I'm good. I'm finally doing it this all in one part. So because yeah, if you can see my two-parter movie review of this film, just go check it out. I did pretty much a long time ago. So, but if you feel free to check it out. So, the two-parter movie review of Alpha and Omega. But this one, yeah. But for this one, for this revisit, just giving a brief one on it. So, well, might go through it again because, like I said, two-parter. So yeah, Alpha and Omega was an anime film that was released in September 17th, 2010, and it opened up, for very negative reviews. Of course, it sells a 16% Rotten Tomatoes and has a 5.3 on IMDb. And even though it opened up at number 5 on its opening weekend, and really enough, though, it was really enough a success. On its budget of $20 million, it made $25 million in the U.S., making over it, and 25 overseas, combined total $50 million. So it was overall a modest success overall. And also one of the reasons why I like the movie because, in retrospect, this was the last film that the late Dennis Hopper did before he passed away in May 2010. Which sucks because I loved Dennis Hopper. He was one of my favorite actors, and sucks that back then when he passed away, it sucked big time. And the reason why I wanted to see it because this was the last film that he did before he passed away, and the film was which I have the DVD right here still. The film was dedicated in his memory. So that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the film because Dennis Hopper came in as one of the last. I think the first time he did a voice. Voice in an anime film, I think it was. And for the role that he did for his last film, he was good. So, because I love Dennis Hopper, and it's sad he's now passed away. And also the voices, you have Justin Long, you have Hayden Panettiere, Danny Glover, and Christina Ricci, and even also Larry Miller as well. But I thought the voice cast was overall good. Like I said, at least Dennis Hopper as well. And that's the reason why. One of the reasons why, because I had that poster pretty much since I had up there since I pretty much from the beginning I started this. So that's the reason why it's still up there. That's like one of the permanent ones I'm keeping up there. And I don't know there's people who are not fans of this because the animation looks. What's the term? Not great though, but like choppy, I would say. Like there's like great visuals and like it's not. I don't expect it to be like up there like the Disney Pixar. No. Disney Pixar is another like DreamWorks are much better animation though. But I like the animation what it was, even though it's a lower budgeted one though. But I thought they did what they work with, and I think it was decent animation for what the film looked like. I thought it was like I think I explained my old review. I think like the animation was like colorful, like this cover DVD cover here, or the poster behind me, like colorful the way it is, especially with the blue anime, like blue, I guess. And on DVD features, as you know, has an interactive game with bonus features, a couple of missions, and the voice in the wolves, which one of the reasons I like about the voice work and seeing Dennis Hopper one last time given his acting before he passed away, and some other features. And the story is you have two types of D2. You have two types of wolves. You have alphas and omegas, and you have like the alphas, which is Justin Long as character as his voice his character of Humphrey. He's an omega and who likes this girl wolf Kate, played by Hayden Panettiere, and she's an alpha because there's like this rule says she's an alpha and you're an omega. Like we can eat together, but we can't howl together. It's like a law, I think of what it is. And Kate's father, Winston, voiced by Danny Glover, and like his daughter Kay was supposed to like Tony Dennis Hopper, like Tony's son and Winston's daughter Kay. They're supposed to like unite the packs because there's been a divided pack. Like one side has no caribou with our Kate's side does, and they've been like there's occurrence where I think it was like the Eastern wolf and the Eastern pack and the Western pack, the attempts where some Eastern packer wolves that's attacked where Kate's supposed to another pack was supposed to hunt the caribou. So and then like the Omegas with Justin Long's Humphrey's Omega pack supposed to like keep the peace between them, and at one point went to the night where I guess you say where Kate and Garth, Tony's son, were supposed to be married on the night, and Humphrey was talking to Kate with us. There's some hunters. They tranquilize them and then bring them forth into where they lived. It was in Canada and called Jasper Park, where they get captured and they get brought into Idaho. And then while they were gone, the two packs are getting restless, because they've been gone. Back and forth. You see a little clips of back and forth. And then while they're in Idaho, they meet Marcel and Patty, which is a duck and a goose and a duck, and Marcel, who plays golf, voiced by Larry Miller. And they ask for like they try to get some answers, and there's this little bit of a chase, where Humphrey's trying to get Marcel try to get him to answer the questions, and one thing listener, that Humphrey get injured after another, I gotta stop saying that though. But no, it's a habit. So, but after that, they tell him how they give him the advice on how to get back. Like they're trying to get to the back of this truck where this couple's going, and then once they stop at a rest stop, and Humphrey gets out of the car. He's supposed to use the bathroom, but he sees a cupcake, and like has the foam, like this frosting looks like foam, like if he's a rabid dog. Like one guy gets out his gun and starts shooting, and they end up getting into the woods. But then after that, they tell him that there's another way. There's a train that's heading over there as well, so they have to get to that. And while they're up in the snowy mountains, they encounter some bears. Like with one grizzly bear, they both fall off a cliff with one bear, and they're falling. And they have this. They slide down this trunk because it was a little game with Humphrey and his friends. They like have a tree trunk to slide down with, But they eventually do get on the train, and as they're riding, and they see the full moon, and he starts howling, and says, "Oh, you howl with me," and just. But but the one thing at least I know that they do eventually they get back just in time because the packs were going to fight each other, and they still continue going with this whole wedding thing. And even though Kate has now different feelings, and while that's going on, Kate's younger sister Lily, who's voiced by Christina Ricci, is tries to well, this was like entertain Garth, with other things, and one leads to another. They end up falling in love with each other as well. And Garth likes Lily, and she likes him, but also because she's Lily's also an Omega though, but they don't care. They like each other still, but they don't care about this whole. Which I don't think it was kind of a dumb thing. Which is who cares? A wolf is a wolf. It doesn't matter if it was Alpha and Omega basically, but um. But as the ceremony was supposed to go on, Kate says no because it says to her father, says I'm in love with an Omega, and Garth says the same thing, and Winston and Tony, they're like, an Alpha and Omega, that's against like the law of nature, I think it was, but it's against pack law. That's what it was, pack law, and Tony says, that's enough. Take the valley, and they all start fighting, but it ends up causing a ruckus where there's a whole herd of caribou starts going running towards them, and Cade and Humphrey, they get the idea where they get this one of the tree trunks and to act as a blockade because as the herd all the herd was running, Tony gets him because he has that disc in his back. He's like, it's that darn disc in my back. And Winston wants to help him, and they get the part of the tree trunk to act as an obstacle, so some of the caribou can just hop over while they hide behind it. And as they're trying to get through the herd, Kate gets she gets hurt because there's still the caribou is still running, so she gets basically almost run over, but they think that she's not dead though, but she wakes and tells whispers that of course is basically they're whispering is okay, I love you and I love you basically, and Winston and Tony, they're like, okay, they agree okay, maybe this can work, and it's like, okay. And then Marcel is like, hey, tells us may I can introduce you to golf? Fire! And then ends with all of them howling the moon, and then at the top of the mountain, Kate Humphrey howling on the moon, and as before the credits go, it shows in the memory of Dennis Hopper. So yeah, I'm just giving you a quick little brief run through the whole film because I've already reviewed this whole thing before because like I said in 2 parts. You can still check that out. But I like the movie. I know there's not many people who do not like the movie because the people don't like the animation. But I like it for what it is. I don't think it's not that bad. That's why I put in my my top favorites of 2010. And plus, in retrospect, like I said, the last film that Dennis Hopper did, may he rest in peace. Sad. But that's one of the main reasons. But I don't think overall. I think it's not that bad of a movie, and well, I'm sure there's other people who like the movie, and the film, of course, the film was that big of a success. Really enough that it spawned a ton of sequels, basically, which I have all the sequels up to date right here because after this they planned 2 more, and another one's supposed to come out in November, which I'll be eager to get. But I have all the other ones I have up to date, so. This one right here, Alpha and Omega 2, Howl a Day Adventure. Get the pun? Yeah, I'm sure some of these puns right there is not the best ideas though, but it's supposed to make people funny. Ha ha ha. But yeah, and Alpha and Omega 3, The Great Wolf Games. I guess it was supposed to be the pun was supposed to be referencing the Hunger Games because at the time Hunger Games was around when it got started. So yeah, the Wolf 3, the Great Wolf Games. Then you get to the 4th one, Family Vacation. Then The fifth one, The Legend of the Sawtooth Cave. And then they come for the sixth one, Dino Digs. Yeah, I'm sure some people's like, oh, they're just pulling out ideas. Oh, we got like all these other things. Now we got put dinosaurs in the mix. But like I said, and these are not like full length these are not full length movies. They're movie all these sequels are minimal is like about 40 to 45 minutes at most. So they're not full length movies though, but they're like 40 some minutes. 40 to 45 minutes at most. And yeah, so some people are just like, oh, there never need to be a whole franchise of this though, but I don't mind the franchise because I like the first film, and I think that the sequels are pretty decent as well. I like the sequels. I'm not gonna lie, but I would do understand that some people say, well, there never need to be any sequels. So yeah, and I think a long time ago in my old review I said once I get all these sequels I'll review them, and I will. And I think I will review what I have here until like the new one comes out. Like I said, it's supposed to be like in November. I'll get that and I will review that one. And then the second one they also planned is I don't know when that's gonna come out. But they said they plan for two more and one's supposed to come out in November. So if it does, I'll get that and I'll review that one. And as for now, I think yeah, I was doing reviews it all now for this date though, but I think it's time for me to finally review the whole franchise as well. Because I said I would, and I never did though. But I said I was waiting to get when all the sequels would come out, so I would. So I would review. Yeah, since I revisit this film, I would kickstart to do the whole one, all these franchises though. But I'm gonna wait on this because, like I said, after I reviewed the it's a new shirt I got, just so anyone could tell. It's a shirt of all the Eevee brothers. After I review the Pokemon movies, I said I would review because at the time Gene Wilder passed away. I said I would review the 3 movies that I really did enjoy the most of his films. So I said I would review those, and I will get to that first, and then I'll go back into reviewing these sequels. But I just wanted to do this review as one just to show that I will after this one, and then after the 3 Gene Wilder films, then I'll get to this one. So after just finishing up one franchise, the Pokemon films, now I've got to review this one now. So, but yeah. But hope you all easily you can check back on the 2-parter of my review of Alpha and Omega. It's still on there, and hopefully you like this review. So, like I said, 6 years, 2010 to 2016. It's been 6 years since that movie came out. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. So, but yeah, I don't think it's not that bad of a movie. I like the voice cast. Like I said, rest in peace, Dennis Hopper. Last film he did, yeah, I thought he gave one final good performance. But the rest of the voice cast was good as well, like Justin Long, Hayden Panettiere, Danny Glover, Christina Ricci, Larry Miller. So, and like I said, it would make $50 million worldwide, and it was successful enough to spawn all these sequels. But I can understand when people said, "Oh, there never need to be any sequels," and probably said they don't like the first film either. That one I can understand though, mainly because how the animation is though. But I thought the animation was fine. With a $20 million budgeted film, I thought it was all right. The film, yeah, the animation wasn't that bad at all, basically. But and plus also it was released in 3D. And yeah, I saw this film twice when I saw it back in 2010. The first time in standard, then the 3D. It was not bad in 3D. I thought it was fine. But I'm not the biggest fan of 3D either. Sometimes when I see a film in 3D, I think it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think it's not that bad. Just repeating myself though, but yeah. So yeah, today, yeah, 6 years ago, Alpha and Omega came out, and then the next week after that film, then came Legend of the Guardians, and I reviewed that, and I already did a revisit on that. So, but when that day on the 24th, I will be watching that film. I do every year because I love that movie. It's one of my favorite animated films. The best film that Zack Snyder did, in my opinion, better than Batman v Superman. And as if it's funny that this film got all sequels, but I would still wish for that film to get a sequel. Where is it? I'll be show that really quick because I feel like it. Yeah, here it is. Because I probably have to show this for a while, so yeah. Like, this got a lot of sequels, but this film hadn't. I still wish this film got a sequel. I still wish I do. Love this movie. It's a very beautifully animated movie. Beautiful to watch at. To look at, I mean. And to look I still wish the sequel would be made to this. It's this long. 6 years. Long 6 years ago. Today, there's no been talks of sequel since. So, it's a great shame because I love this movie. Yeah, but this came out first, and the next week this came out. Just to point out, I still wish this got a sequel, which is a great shame. I also enjoyed the book series as well of Legend of the Guardians. I've read all the books, and I had to give credit to the author of book series. Just going off topic because I just want to bring because maybe I'll do a final movie review of it, but I already did a review of it though. But all I kind of think about, I reviewed that for the first time in this, and then a few months later I revisit because of that day. I feel like I rushed it. Well, maybe I'll do a final revisit because I feel like I rushed that one. So yeah, maybe. It's a great shame there's no sequel that got made to that. But anyway, I'm just pointing that out just because I can. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the revisit of this film, and then after review the 3 films of Gene Wilder in his memory reviews, then I'll get to the sequels to these. So yeah, start off with this, then then comes the sequels. So hope you all liked it. Like I said, if anyone likes this franchise, I'm fine with that. If anyone who doesn't, it's your opinion. I'm not gonna judge anyone, but I like this franchise. I think it's a very decent franchise. But thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next movie review, and that'll be what you'll begin to is the dedication reviews for Gene Wilder later.